Hi, it's Aaron, and today I will share with you a video on breaking free from outdated dating norms for single women in their 40s. So the video is called Breaking Free from Outdated Dating Norms for Single Women in their 40s. This video will be quite action packed because I have 5 things to share with you and I want to cover that within 15 minutes. So we'll get right into it. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I am using Grammarly, which helped me craft this video because sometimes the biggest challenge is what do I choose to say. I have lots to say, but what do I choose to say in like one video? So let's dive in. So the one is, yes, you need to know that if you're single and you desire a romantic partner, you have to go out on dates. But if you do not think deeply about what expectations and pressures are holding you back, you won't make as much as fast progress if as you could make if you went deeper into what society expects of you and how you can break free from that, as I did 8 years back when I worked with a dating coach of my own. So first one is that society expects you to settle down by a certain age. So that's probably one big one that that might be running at the back of your mind. You believe that, oh, I'm 40 now, or I'm in my 40s, why am I still single? I should have had my lifetime partner or forever person with me right now. So realize the fact that you have to now let that go. Just because if you see friends or relatives in long-term relationships, which they found when they were in their 20s or 30s, that does not apply to you. And if you're new to this channel, remember that I am not remember because you did not know, I am someone who stutters. So occasionally I block up, and that's part of who I am. And usually once I say that, I tend to become much more fluent. So now that I say that, it sort of reminds me to slow down a bit and do not rush. So I will not rush from this point on. So there you go. That's the first one. You believe that you should have found your forever person right now, but you have not. But life is not based on what you have to do by a certain deadline. There is no deadline. There's only timeline that works for you because you're a unique individual. So let's drop the fact that you have not found your forever person right now, and that you might or you will go in with that mindset, and whatever your friends or family member might say, that is just their opinion. And if you've lived long enough, you know that everyone has one. Everyone has an opinion, and you just hear it and let it go. But easier said than done. But please share your new timeline in the comments below. And usually with my clients, they usually find someone within 6 to 9 months. They usually find someone pretty quick, but that's because they are working with someone who has invested decades to figure out what worked best for me. Second, reframe what success means. What does success mean to you? Success does not mean that you speak to someone and now they've proposed marriage to you and then you're going to get married. Those are all external indicators of success and do not really reflect what is going on inside a relationship. I'm sure you've seen friends and celebrities. Of course, we see a lot of those, but do not think about those who are like not even in your orbit. Think about those who you see. Who have you known? Friends, family members, relatives. I'm sure you know some of them who just are in a marriage and that seems to check off the external indicator of success, but you know that they are just not happy and fulfilled in the marriage. So the redefine what success means to you. Success means that, you know what, I have succeeded just by now making the commitment that I am going to enjoy being single and enjoy the journey to finding the partner of my dreams. So there you go. Success could be you just watching till the end of this video. Success could mean going on your first date after maybe a few weeks or a few months or a few years. Whatever it is defines what success is for you. For me, 8 years back, success for me meant I wanted to tell a woman how I felt about our connection within the first 10 minutes of the first date. That was my goal. That was success for me. When I started working with my coach, I would just, that was the main goal that we had. Whenever you meet someone, tell her how I feel in terms of romantic connection. What I felt within the first 10 minutes, and that worked really well because that would now save me a lot of time. So that was my measure of success. Define it for you, and it does not need to be I'm in a long-term monogamous committed relationship. That is not. We have now let that go as the standard measure of success. Now it is what you want. What does success mean to you at this stage in your life? Create a list. One thing I will say probably for forever, create a Google Doc with all the things that I recommend you to do. Create a Google Doc, and whatever written exercises I ask you to do, put it on there so you have a whole list of things being built up. Next, point 3 is called embrace authenticity, but I think that word is used so much, and I will break down what that means. So being authentic to me is sharing things that could lead to a high chance of rejection, right? Authentic does not mean to share things that are safe, right? You could be someone who does not like to eat meat. So yeah, sure, that could be authentic in terms of determining if a man is fine with that, but it really does not share more about what you want in a romantic sense. So you have to go deeper into what are your deal breakers in the romantic sense. Like I can all be authentic about a number of different things, but there is being authentic about things that matter in the dating sense and those things that do not. So being authentic is vague. So you have to think about what does it mean to you. Could mean that you only have sex with someone new after a few weeks of getting to know them. And this could mean him saying no because he does not want to wait so long. So think about what it means, what the word authentic means to you in the terms of dating and romance. And then make sure to bring those up when you speak with someone. Embrace your authentic self and define what that means to you first, though. Just don't go around, as I see many people they use the word a lot, but they don't really know what that means to them. For me, my authentic self tells women that I want to date multiple women, and explore both an emotional bond and a sexual one with multiple different women. And I am not going to choose one. I am not going to choose. That may happen, or it may not. So I let women know that it may not be. I may not choose to be exclusive with you. You see how that's different from just being vaguely authentic. What I'm telling women is that I want to explore because, hey, we've just met. We may have had a great first date, and I'll tell her, hey, we just met. I'm not ready right now to have any talk about exclusivity. It'll take a few dates, and I'm not going I am going to date other women. So you tell me now if that's fine with you or not. And she has the freedom to do the same as well. If she wants to date other men, both emotionally and sexually, that is completely in her control to do so. So hopefully that example of how I communicate what is authentically me is not some vague sense of being authentic. It's very specific for me. Next one, and it was cool that Grammarly's AI shared this with me. It said, be open to new types of relationships. And it says here, discuss the variety of relationships that exist beyond traditional dating. So one, you have platonic friendships. I would say this could be a whole video on its own discussing platonic friendships with men and why you do not want to do that. So that is one I actually do not recommend. Do not recommend, and women sometimes are shocked when I tell them that, you know what, the male friend that you've had for the last 1, 2, 10, 15, 20 years, he's really not your friend. He's waiting for the opportunity when you say, you know what, Jake or John or Michael, I would like to now not just be friends, which you're probably never going to say. So you're probably never going to say, because if he's been a friend for so long, and you still have not felt it, it's a very low chance of you changing your mind. And if you can tell me if I'm wrong, but usually you do not. If you have not felt a romantic connection with him, it's quite likely that you're never going to. So friendships, no. Then when we have casual dating, again, the word casual is the same as the word authentic. What does this mean to you? Does casual mean you're going to date multiple men, or have sex with multiple men, which actually the men usually have a big issue with that. So make sure that you know what the word means to you. And men usually have an issue not knowing what is going on. So if you're clear with them that you are going to go on dates with other men, and you are going to develop emotional bonds and explore sexual relationship with say 2 or 3 different men, make that clear. I have not met a lot of women who have been able to make this work without saying it, right? So you can make it work. I've seen women make a complete mess of their lives by not telling men what casual means to them. So that's a big one. What does it mean to you, and how authentic, now the actual word, now the word authentic means something. What does it mean to you? What does casual dating mean to you? And then third is polyamory. This means you have multiple long-term partners, long-term partners, and again, I have not seen many women make this work without saying it or without having some sort of structure to it. The ones who make this work, it's clear and usually written down communication, whether it's text or email or Google Doc, you have to write down who is in your life and for what reason. You have a primary partner, you have secondary partners. Write down what these mean to you and make sure you have that talk with the partners that you want. And then of course it did not share the most common one, which you're expected to get into, is a long-term monogamous relationship. That has now proven to really not work. The people I've seen a lot of people who may seem to make it work, but it does not work in terms of, I would say, fulfillment and satisfaction. I've just not seen it work. It's not a great model for many people. So lots to say on that, but in this point, I want to emphasize you get to choose what type of relationship you want. You could have one primary partner you have sex with and you go deep with, but you want to just go on like dates. Maybe you just want to go on a lot of dates and talk. That's it. You want to talk, you want to flirt, but you don't want to get physical. And hey, you will find a lot of men who would love to do that. They may not want to have sex with you, but they are completely fine meeting you for fun dates where you flirt, you talk, and you get to know someone, but there's no sex and there's no deep emotional bonding there. So that's one other type that you can explore. Make sure that when you do this, that you learn to do it from the right people. There are a lot of people who can talk about how things work, but they've never had that direct experience. I have had the direct experience of having two partners at the same time, and one of them had her own partner too, and then I've also had the talk with my first love, who was the one I could have I would have probably asked her to marry me, but we had to end the relationship. But she was the one who I told before we got serious, even during the time when we were just dating. I said to her, hey, I might not just want to be with you long term, looking 1, 2, 3 years down the road. But that does not mean I want to end this with you. I still love you. If we reach that point, I would still love you. I still want to be with you, but I still want to explore with other women, both romantically and sexually. Is that fine with you? And she said yes. I said, you're completely free to do the same. And we were both clear, so there was not any we did not assume that we would just want to be monogamous for an indefinite period of time, because I know some people who are, to me, I'll just call them unethical, who would assume it, and then weeks later, months later, sometimes even years later, they would cheat. They would cheat, or they would sleep with someone else, and then a few weeks later or a few months later, the partner would find out and be like, hey, why did you not share it? Oh, they would be like, oh, we never had the talk. We never had the talk, so I felt I could do whatever I want. That is wrong. I do not endorse that at all. Where you just assume something and then you do it because hey, we don't have the talk, so I can do whatever I want. No, in my domain, in my corner of the world, we do not do that. So whatever you want, as I said, whatever relationship type you want to explore, make sure that the other person knows that, because you're dealing with a human who has feelings, who has emotions, they have past stuff. And to cause hurt when to cause what I call deliberate hurt, right? Because when you know that someone may not like you doing something without them knowing, that to me is deliberate hurt, and that's wrong. So choose what you want, and then communicate it and make sure you get buy-in. They have to say yes to it. If they do not, then do not continue the relationship. And point five, pretty much what I've been saying is to decode dating language. As I've been saying, what does the word authentic mean to you? What does the word casual mean to you? What does the term polyamory mean to you? What does the term monogamy mean to you? These words are highly subjective. I met women for whom casual dating just meant going on lots of dates and meeting a lot of men without sex. Some women said, we just want to go on a lot of dates because we want to meet a lot of men. And once we find that spark with someone we're going to be with, we just stop dating and be with that one person. So casual means that to some women. For some women, casual means you do not share. You do not share what you want. You just keep it vague. You meet whenever you want to meet. So if you meet every single Monday with one person, you just meet every single Monday. And what you do from Tuesday to Sunday is just your business. So clarify the language you use. It will save you decades. Know what these terms mean to you and know what the terms mean to the one that you're seeing or you want to see. Okay, that is it. I will wrap up this video now. So as I said, as Grammarly says, remember, breaking free from outdated norms. Outdated dating norms is empowering and can lead to meaningful connections. Don't forget to subscribe, please. If you like this video, please subscribe to it and share your thoughts with me if you like in the comments. And keep shining and redefining your dating journey. And I will strive to be more fluent in the next video, but for now it's completely fine. Keep shining, refining, and redefining what you want. And I wish you success. Define dating on your terms, and I will see you in the next video.